Good morning, gang. Today we are going to be butchering some chickens in the backyard. I'll tag along if you want to learn how to skin them out. So I took care of the existential piece of this process off camera for obvious reasons, but you can use your imagination. It's not hard to dispatch a chicken. A couple things you're going to need for this process. You're going to need some knives, and I like to use a rope with 2 loops to hang the chicken up on a tree. All right, from here we're just gonna pluck a little bit of feathers off this belly area where the legs join the body so we can see what we're doing. And they just pull right off. Once you get a little opening here, as you can see, got the belly exposed. You just take your knife, poke you a little hole right where the breastbone meets the legs. Careful not to cut into your meat. All right, hole's made, and inevitably you're gonna have some feathers get in your way. That's just how this works. All right. So at this point, you just start skinning it just like any other game. Start exposing the meat. And the skin tears really easy, so it doesn't take much. Once you poke through, you can pretty much do the rest with your hands. There might be some areas you have to go back and just lightly touch with your knife to get it to... See, I'm just poking it. I'm not even... barely even applying any pressure, just poking, and it just comes right off. I think chickens and rabbits are some of the easiest animals to process. You can see I got some feathers getting back in my deal here. You can pluck as much as you want, but the whole reason I skin chickens is so I don't have to pluck them. So rather deal with a little bit of extra feather during this process than having to pluck, spend 30+ minutes plucking these buggers. All right. Okay. All right. Down to the neck. All right. So you can see we got that breast good and exposed there. At this point, typically you can just stick your hands in there, pull your wings out. Now on backyard chickens, at least in my experience, there's not a whole lot of wing to really talk about as far as meat goes, but you're welcome to experiment. You might have a different breed than I do. It's this little connective area right here. I'm gonna cut that right there. Let's see if I can pull it out now. There we go. Okay, you can see that tiny little wing there is barely even worth keeping. So I'm just gonna cut it off right here at the joint. Okay. Let's see here. Now we're getting somewhere. It doesn't take a whole lot of force. Really just putting your knife in the right place and letting the blade do the work is ideal here. I say that as I struggle. free. Alrighty. And inevitably, like I said, you're gonna get some down feathers on your meat. It's just what it is. It's part of the process, cleaning it up inside when you go to the sink. Just make sure you clean your sink out good, otherwise your wife will have you up here on the skinning rack next. Okay. So you can see we got that whole side exposed there. We're gonna do the same on the other side. Like I said, most of this can be done with your hands. You can feel better with your hands than you can with a knife most of the time, so. Sometimes you'll just have to go in, take your knife and just poke to free up the skin or the connective tissues. But the rest is really just strength. And it don't take a whole lot. Alright, so you can see we got that little winglet exposed. It's too small to really even worry about it. Now this ain't no high production value video or nothing like that. This is one man and an iPhone in a backyard, so bear with me here. You just want to trace the joint with the point of your blade. A good sharp blade is important here. Just trace the joint and let the connective tissues just get severed by the blade. Real easy. I think so. There it is, wings free. So you can see, got your body here. Just gonna keep pulling it on back. You can see it's basically just like taking your pants off. I'm gonna take it off the rope for just a minute so I can get the skin down to the bottom point here, like so. I'm just gonna come in here, separate the joint. Like so. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So get it down to this bottom joint here. Just take your knife, peel back the skin all around it. Like so. And at that point you got your feathers with your skin attached. You can do with that what you want. I typically just bury it in the yard turns into good compost after a couple years. You can also use it for predator bait. It's up to you. I'm not really a big predator hunter. Alrighty. So now you can see we got us a skinless bird with the tail still attached. Now you got to come in here and just remove the tail. Super easy. See, that easy. Okay. Oh, she's a juicy one. Okay, and we're gonna come up through the bottom. And boom, tail's off. Like I said, man, chickens are real easy, real thin skinned, real easy. All right, so at this point, what you're left with is neck, breast, obviously, tenderloins inside, and then drums and thighs. So at this point, what we're gonna do is separate the thighs and the legs and keep them together. Then we're just gonna get all the entrails out. Some people, again, save those for compost or predator hunting. You do what you wanna do there. Some people, I am one of those people, will eat chicken livers and hearts. I think it's pretty good. It's a chewier, bouncier part of the insides, so it's definitely an acquired taste there. But I've always enjoyed them. I grew up eating them. All right, so at this point, if you wanted to take it to a cutting board, makes it a lot easier. I've got another chicken to do, so I'm probably just gonna get this next chicken to this point, and then we'll go to a cutting board. One thing I gotta say, look at the spur on this dude. Good Moses, man. It's like, here's my pointer finger for reference here. That joker is long. Whew. All right, so this is what we got now. You can see it's just carcass. I already took the entrails out. I did that off camera. There's no need to show all that, but it's real easy. You just go up through right here where you would put your Thanksgiving stuffing, cut right here, reach in and pull it out. A little graphic for YouTube, but pretty simple to do. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna rinse, get feathers and any excess blood or anything off. You don't want to go inside the sink. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to clean up the most of it in the sink. Really what you want to focus on here is, this is the part where I call getting the pieces off that the wife would find ew. Yeah, if you walk in the house and your kids and your wife go, ew, you know you need to do a little more out here. Spoiler alert. So I brought the chicken inside and my wife and kids said ew. So I'm in trouble now. It's gonna be it for today.